Hey, good morning, guys. This is Gabe Roberts from Back to Nature Lifestyle Medicine, health coach, health entrepreneur, board recognized diplomat in nutrition. And today I want to give you some valuable insight on what is a multi-billion-dollar scam that still continues to go on and plague people today when people have no education and they're completely misinformed about this, and it's a huge problem. Antioxidant supplements actually will fuel cancer, disease, and shorten your lifespan. So people for decades now, Americans have been encouraged to buy lots of antioxidant supplements from the grocery stores and from health stores. And these are on the shelves in about nearly every doctor's office as well. And I want to raise awareness that these are fueled by pharmaceutical companies because they own a majority of your supplement companies today. And these actually have no benefit. And from the literature, the more antioxidants you take, the more health challenges you're going to have. You're not going to be able to fight cancer as well. You're not going to be able to recover from a variety of infections and illnesses. So people are told that antioxidants do everything from, they are very valuable in preventing and curing many kinds of illnesses, from colds to colitis, okay? But actually the literature says opposite. Now, before we get into that, before you start saying, what, antioxidants actually make you sicker? Yes, okay, before we get into that, and I'm gonna cover a lot of material, so I have some notes to review, I hope you don't mind. Let's revisit the vitamin C and set the record straight on exactly what this complex is. Before I do that, I wanna read a quote from the great Albert von Szent-Györgyi, okay? Nobel Prize winner for his discovery of vitamin C, something you've never heard about, more likely. I've known about 6 naturopaths and only two real ones. Kurt and, what was his last name, hon?
Hamilton.
Kurt Hamilton and Dr. Randy Tint. Most of the other ones tout these antioxidants to people on a regular basis. Why? Because universities are not gonna teach you this stuff. Most of the most critical nutritional work that was ever done was done prior to World War II. After World War II, we had a surplus of oil. They stopped studying nutrition and actually destroyed most of it. And then they started wondering, what can we do to make money from this oil? Pharmaceuticals, right? But that's a whole nother topic I'll save for another day. So let's read this quote from the gentleman the brilliant scientist who actually discovered vitamin C. I had a letter from an Austrian colleague who was suffering from a severe hemorrhagic diathesis. That means infection. He wanted to try ascorbic acid for his condition. Possessing at that time no significant quantities of crystalline ascorbic acid, I sent him a preparation of paprika that contained much ascorbic acid, and the man was cured by it. Later, with my friend Saint Rizhnak, we tried to produce the same therapeutic effect in similar conditions using pure ascorbic acid, but we obtained no response. It was evident that the action of paprika was due to some other substance present in that plant. This is in 1939, folks. This stuff has been known a long time, but it's not touted today because we don't study nutrition. We only put money in trying to make more drugs, and the effects of that are very apparent today. We have a chronically ill society. So, as you can see, as the great Albert von Zandt discovered, okay, vitamin C is a complex. It's not a mere, trace element of ascorbic acid. The vitamin C complex contains many things that we can't make in a lab today. It has to come from a food source. It contains P vitamin, known as rutein, J vitamin, which increases oxygen carrying capacities, K vitamin, which we know is a clotter, but it also helps form new tissue. And that makes sense. If you have an infection or an injury, you're going to need something to help with blood vessels, which this remarkably heals damaged blood vessels right to their original state immedately. You're going to need something to carry more oxygen to get oxygen there and get rid of waste quicker. You're going to need something to make new tissue to replace the damaged tissue that's there. And then there's a whole mesh where the real power comes in: enzymes, tyrosine, organic copper, bioflavonoids, polyphenols, phytochemicals, and phytonutrients. All of these are protected in a shell of ascorbic acid. So this ascorbic acid acts as the antioxidant to protect these components from damage within the plant. This right here, ascorbic acid, does nothing for you. Absolutely nothing. It's these that give the powerful effects. Okay? So, that's where the healing properties come in. From all of that, from all of these components, despite millions and millions of dollars spent every year on people buying synthetic vitamin C called ascorbic acid. If you don't believe me, just go to your health food store and pick it up, and you're going to find that it contains ascorbic acid or maybe some other form of a citric acid or something, but it's not going to contain these. You have to grow these. You have to grow them, period. Even more disturbing is that all this is fueled by this bogus antioxidant theory of disease. And this was taught in my college as well. So I know that other doctors that simply repeat what they're told instead of investigating for themselves will tout this to their patients. But the antioxidant theory of disease is a big lie, and it goes something like oxygen will go rampant in your body, and it starts to create something called free radicals, and free radicals will damage cell membranes and rust. They kind of rust your body, and it will cause tumor growth and many other things. And the real answer to this is lots of antioxidant supplements, okay? But that really doesn't pan out in the literature. And furthermore, these oxygen-free radicals are weapons for your immune system to use against fighting infection, against fighting disease, against fighting cancer. That's why when you go to oncologists, that's why cancer doctors always tell their cancer patients, don't take any antioxidants or your risk of having this become very, very bad is going to increase substantially. You are not going to be able to recover with high levels of antioxidants. And that has people scratching their head. Well, because again, you need oxygen-free radicals to fight. Those are your weapons for your immune system. And high levels of antioxidants and supplements neutralize that ability. So you're basically neutralizing your immune system to fight these components. Now, cancer is definitely an immune system problem, without a doubt. So you want to keep your immune system strong. And I don't mean antioxidants in foods and things like that, okay? Citrus and limes and organic oranges are fantastic to eat. I'm talking about the ones that come in pill bottles that are store-bought or peddled from doctors that don't really understand nutrition. These are very dangerous. That's why I'm bringing this to your attention, okay? So if you don't believe that antioxidants are actually bad, let's look at some of the literature here. American Society for Nutritional Sciences, published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2004, says antioxidants suppress apoptosis. Apoptosis is a protective mechanism done within your body that is programmed cell death. So if you have cells that start going out of control, they start to become cancerous, your body programs those cells to basically commit suicide. And that process in itself is very important because it prevents local inflammation. It prevents damage of the surrounding cells, and it also packages the cell the nuclear material that is very, very powerful and cannot be spread throughout the body. It has to be contained in packages. Apoptosis is a protective mechanism. When you're taking lots of antioxidants in pill form, you're actually damaging the mechanism your body uses to protect you. So very, very important, as is pointed out by the literature. In the journal Nature, an even more startling one, October 2015, antioxidants increase cancer metastasis. And that's, again, what you don't want. That is the spreading of cancer. Again, how does this work? Because you're suppressing your body's own immune system weaponry by using high levels of antioxidants, okay? Now, that's very important. You don't want to take these store-bought antioxidants, and they're on every corner, they're in every supplement store, And like I said, I've seen them on the shelves of doctors who peddle this stuff, and they're completely ignorant because of what the school told them to do. Now, I want to visit this again. The vitamin C complex that is in foods, the highest concentration of this is in buckwheat leaves. So if you are a current patient of mine and you're an artery patient, you know exactly who you are. These things are red hot when you come in to see me. I can always turn these off in a client who comes in, and I'll simply put the vitamin C complex in their mouth, and I'll have them do this, and they go, how is that working? Because it immediately strengthens blood vessels. Ascorbic acid will not do that whatsoever, okay? So the vitamin C complex, actually very powerful for human health. Human health, I mean, again, it's been documented before World War II. You will never die of an infection until the last molecule of vitamin C is depleted out of your bloodstream. Very, very important for reversing scurvy. And regardless of what you hear today, subclinical scurvy is rampant in our population. People that have easy bruising, people that bleed from their gums when they brush their teeth, all these are signs that you are vitamin C deficient. Do yourself a favor, get some lemons, get some oranges, get some high quality vegetables that are organic and eat those, okay? That's the only way you're gonna get this food source that we cannot produce in a lab. Very helpful for circulation, extremely helpful for blood vessels. Again, that's why I have my artery patients on this, and they can feel immediate difference in their feet and their heart, everything. So for some of my clients that are wondering about this, you know, this has been used for over 65 years amongst the true nutritional practitioners out there. Again, in my empowerment group, I'll list exactly what this is. If you feel the need to go ahead and take some, it's very helpful for, again, immune system, you know, keeping viruses in check, strengthening blood vessels. I just hope this helps give you a little history on some of the big misinformation out there and this multi-billion-dollar scam that's actually making people sicker, okay? So remember this, get back to your vibrant roots, get back to nature. You gotta truly love yourself. Thank you for listening.